Dear ADMEI members, dear friends and colleagues, I sincerely hope that you are all safe and sound and that you're seeing some green shoots, a little sparkle of light at the end of the tunnel. Before getting to the topic of today's video, I wanted to seize this opportunity to take a moment for ourselves, as I'm pretty sure that in the past 12 months, everybody of us has suffered and struggled in many different ways. It could have been for the loss of the job, for the difficulties in keeping the company afloat, for the lack of clarity on the near future, for the actual physical effects of COVID on us or some dear ones, or for the feeling of isolation, especially during the lockdowns and the quarantines, but maybe not only in those moments. I actually have a constant feeling of isolation since more than 12 months. And that's because we, professionals of the MICE industry, feed our souls traveling, meeting people, shaking hands, hugging colleagues and keeping our minds busy at planning the next event, at creating new experiences, at finding new and better ways to engage our clients and attendees. This is the food for our souls, and I don't know yours, but mine is starving. It seems like we're almost on the other side of it, so my friends, hang in there. But today, we're here to celebrate. Today, we celebrate the Global Meetings Industry Day, aka GMID. GMID was created in 2016 by Meetings Mean Business Coalition to raise the profile of the meetings and events industry, which is too often underestimated. Let me give you a couple of numbers to help clarify this concept. Business events generate more than $1.5 trillion, trillion dollars, which is bigger than Australian GDP, just to give you an example. And although the industry employs directly only 10 million people, its impact is actually on more than 26 million workers, which is actually bigger than Australian population. Now, Australia is heaven to me, and comparing our industry to that continent is a very attractive picture. But unfortunately, there's another thing we have in common, which is less attractive. We're both isolated. The meeting industry is often left aside of the important economic and strategic discussions, and especially during the pandemic, we've all experienced, certainly at different levels around the world, the difficulty in being seen and understood, and protected and supported by our local governments and institutions. Meetings Mean Business and the GMID have this specific target of breaking these walls and let us be heard where it matters most. I'd like to share with you some words by Meetings Mean Business co-chair Michael Massari that I think perfectly define the scope of this project. He says, GMID has galvanized partners globally and empowered advocates to communicate our industry's ability to support businesses and local communities. And this year's GMID is a testament to the incredibly resilient meetings and event professionals and their dedication to securing much needed relief and recovery for the industry. I warmly invite you to join the celebrations in every way you can, participating to the numerous online activities or to in-person or hybrid events organized both locally and internationally by MICE industry institutions and associations. Share your support to the industry on social medias with the hashtag GMID21. In the meanwhile, ADMEI is moving full steam ahead to deliver great content and value to all our members. The board members, the CAB, the executive team, the volunteers, everybody's working around the clock to make progress on many different tasks. Here's what's happening in just the next few weeks. If you've enjoyed our awards night MC at the conference back in February, well, you don't want to miss the chance to see Mike Kivers live on April 13 for a dynamic demo of his virtual game show. On April 15th, we're hosting a webinar titled The Essential Service of a DMC. A focus group has been working for months on how some practices will change as we return to business, and we're thrilled to present their findings. On a follow-up event on April 22nd, we'll dive deeper in each of the core subjects of this document in a more collaborative environment open to Q&As and discussions. On top of that, the very successful series of Owners and GM Roundtables will continue this year as well. And I hope you will join me on May 5th, as I will lead my first one. As you can see, there's a lot coming up in just the next few weeks, and much more is on the pipeline for May and June. I hope to see you all at these virtual meetings and events. We are all putting so much passion and commitment to these programs, and knowing we have engaged members attending is the best reward we could hope for. So, I'll see you there. Ciao!